Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Are you tired of your current planning system? Maybe too many to handle at the same time? In the end, you're not sure what will work for you next year. Hopefully this video will help you to figure out what your next planner or planner lineup will be. Okay, so the first thing you will need to do is take a look at your current planner. You can use a post-it to mark pages that work or don't work for you, or simply note it down somewhere like a notebook. If you want to go more detailed, state the reasons why it worked and why it did not work for you. Oftentimes, we look at other people's planning system and think it would be good to include, but really, it doesn't really work for us. Or maybe as time goes by, it no longer serves its function and you find yourself not using it anymore. So take the time and be honest with yourself and note down the things you want or don't want in a planner. The next step is to list down the things you want your ideal planning system to help you with. Here's my list I did for the year 2022. I wanted my planner to help me track or log a lot of things, as you can see. It's always a work in progress and the needs change every year, but I try to be mindful of what really matters to me. Is it necessary? For example, if you use an app on your phone to track your workout, reading habits, or use an online calendar to note events, and that is actually better, then you don't really need to have it in your planner, unless there's another reason for it. So stuff like that. So take your time, brainstorm, and list down all the things you want your planner to actually really help you with. So assuming you want a different planner for next year and you now have a rough idea of what you want in a planner, it's time to shop around. The way I did it at first was to start listing down all the planner brands that I encountered or heard about on this paper. Whenever I had the time, I'd go check out their websites and note down at the side some notable features. I marked a dash to indicate I've already visited the website, and then the asterisk was to mark what I felt could work and to check it out again. 2 asterisks would mean I really like it. I was running out of space to write notes, and looking at it, I couldn't really make a clear decision. So that's when I decided to make a spreadsheet. Okay, so here is my spreadsheet. I've created a blank template so that I can explain it a little bit better without all the information already displayed. So here, I have a few columns over here. You can create as many or as little number of columns depending on your needs, on what you want in a planner. So these are basically what I'm looking for, but it's also what each of those planners have. So I think it was easier for me to just list down what each and all of those planners have in terms of the characteristics. So here I have, first column is just a numbering system, just to see how many planners I was exploring. And then yes or no is basically whether or not I wanted to check it out further or just, cross it off. Brand name, either passion planner, and then I would put in a little bit more detail, like whether it's a daily or undated. And then price, duration. Duration is whether or not it's a 3-month planner, 6 months, or a year. Dated or undated. The binding is whether or not it's like hardcover, soft cover, disc, or coil. Layout type, whether it's vertical, horizontal, or if it has multiple types of layout, then I'll just put NA. Goal focus. Some planners have like pages focusing on your goals for the year. So I had that column because that's one of my needs. Wellness to me is like mainly mental or emotional needs. Fitness health is basically the workouts and the food intake. Productivity is whether or not the planner will help me in focusing on my on what I'm doing every day. And then yearly page at a glance, whether it has a monthly calendar page, a weekly page, like 7 days in a week kind of thing. Daily pages. Prompt worksheet is basically those pages at the end of a week or a month so that you can reflect on the week or what you've done so far in terms of goals. So that's one of the things that I was hoping to get. So I included this column. Black and white or in color. So whether or not the planner is basically just, plain black and white, or whether or not it has colorful things in it. Does it have note pages included? Does it have any budget pages or section? Does it have something for the hourly to-do list? Whether it has checklists, habit trackers? Does it have tabs so I can find pages easily? Index page. If let's say it doesn't have tabs, does it have an index page so I can mark down the page number? Then ribbons to mark those pages if it doesn't have tabs. Some of them have one, some of them have two or three or none at all. And additional notes is basically whatever that's not on here, I would include it here. And then link is something that would be helpful, I think, so that I don't have to waste time searching on Google just to find that page again. So I would copy the link and paste it over here so I can just click it and it will direct me straight to the page. So this is just a blank template to let you see how I was doing this spreadsheet. And here is basically what I have right now. So I have about 52 planners that I checked out, and these are what I've already filled in. The names I copied is from the list that you saw earlier, that blue paper, and I copied it all here, and then I revisited each and every one of these planners and noted down all the characteristics over here. So like, let's say the first one over here, price, I have the price, duration is for 1 year, it's undated, hardbound, it's horizontal, it has goal focus page, wellness, fitness, productivity, yearly, month page, weekly page. It doesn't have daily page. It does have some prompts. It's mainly black and white, and it has note pages, and it does have a little bit of budget stuff in the week pages. Doesn't have any hourly section. It has checklists or to-do lists. It does have something for habit tracker, no tabs, no index. It has 3 ribbons though, and it comes with stickers, pocket, ribbon, bookmark. I wonder why I didn't. Oh yes, I marked it here. So anyway, this is a sample of how I did it. And if you want to know how I froze these columns so that it's easier for me to look at as I'm going left to right or top to bottom. So basically, if you're not familiar with Excel, if you want to freeze certain parts of the spreadsheet, all you need to do is just select the cell where you want to freeze it. So like for here, I selected this cell, and then I went to view. Let me restart. I'll unfreeze all of this. So everything is unfrozen already, as you can see. Okay, and I wanted to freeze from this point onwards. So if I go to view and then freeze panes, click on freeze panes here. Basically anything from above this cell, you'll freeze. And then from this side over here, if I scroll to the right, it's frozen. So there you go. That's another helpful way if let's say you have more than a certain number of columns. Now sorting is another useful thing, and it would really help me in helping me decide on which planner to purchase after my passion planner. So just select the top row, go to data, and then click on filter, and then all these drop down things would appear on each column. All of these are unsorted right now, so I'll start. I wanted a daily planner, so going to the daily column over here, I just basically select or remove the ones that have N, and then you display the planners that only have daily pages. And then the next thing I wanted was undated. So under this column, I just unselect the one that says dated, and then my list is further narrowed down. And then I didn't want anything that's from Australia or UK simply because of the shipping fee. So anything from US would be better. So I'm just gonna unselect anything that appears foreign, like so. And then there you go. And then here, since I've already more or less narrowed down earlier which ones that I didn't want, so I'm just gonna remove the one that says N. The one with the asterisk, I think it means for me to revisit and see whether or not I want to take into consideration. So there you go, and then it's further narrowed down. you see what I'm going with this, right? So basically, just use the sorting field to help you decide. Or let's say you want to sort by the price. Um, just sort it from smallest to largest. Then you might want to consider the cheapest ones first, and then going down to the most expensive one. This one, I'm not sure why it's down here, but I've already purchased a passion planner, so I can actually go and remove this so that I don't have to consider it again. See, passion planner old version. There you go, it's removed. I still haven't finalized the next planner. My planner lineup for 2023 was basically Passion Planner and the bullet journal. Passion Planner is going to last me for 3 months. So during those 3 months, starting from January, February, March, I'm going to be taking that time to decide on the following planner. So most likely I'll choose the one that's either 3 months or the 6 months, not a full year. So I can go ahead and remove the one that says 1 year, because that would take me beyond 2023. So these are probably the planners that I would revisit and see which ones to choose. So if you want more information on my planner lineup, you can check the description box below where I have the video link. And then, yeah, this is my spreadsheet. If you're interested to follow it, go ahead. And if you have any questions about the spreadsheet, do drop down a comment below, and then I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Another thing I do to help me decide is to watch YouTube videos of people reviewing the planner, flipping through them, or even using them. This gives me some visualization of how it could work for me as I compare it with my own needs. I'm a visual person, so watching these videos would further help me. And so after watching the videos, I can add notes to my spreadsheet, things that I didn't consider to help me decide. There are some questions you can ask yourself that would help set your preferences. For instance, size. If it needs to follow you as you go, then maybe a small size planner would be best. If you work from home, maybe you can go bigger. Binding. Do you want it to be a hardcover or soft cover? Do you want to be able to move around the pages? Maybe a disc system would be best. Paper quality and color. Do you plan to just write, use stickers, draw, or paint? Depending on what you do, the paper quality might matter. Budget. Do you have a certain budget that you want to spend on a planner? If you do, then the price of the planner would matter and you would go for the cheaper option. Would you want the accessories or stickers that would go with the planner, like the Happy Planner? Then you might want to take that into consideration as well. Otherwise, you might find yourself spending more than you initially intended. Planning style. Do you want more space for note-taking and decorate? Are you a list maker? Do you want something short and simple? Do you want to be able to customize your layouts every week or month? Planning system. Do you need an all-in-one type of planner, or do you need multiple planners for work, home, or projects? Will the planner help you with what you need? If you have the list on what you want the planner to help you with already, look at each planner and picture how can the planner meet those needs. Is something left out? If one planner doesn't meet all of your needs, what else can you do? Like for my case, I'm using a passion planner and a bullet journal together. The bullet journal would contain pages that the passion planner does not have based on my needs. You can use the spreadsheet headers to come up with questions to ask yourself and figure out your preferences. So that was basically how I came up with my 2023 planner lineup and how I'm going to be deciding on my next planner following the passion planner. I hope this video will help you in your journey in discovering what your next planner will be for 2023 as well. I do plan on sharing how I plan for my bullet journal setup, which will be coming up soon. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my other videos, do consider subscribing to my channel. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!